Live.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to LGE. We did start a stream a minute or two ago. We've had the same problems we did on Sunday, where we started the stream and didn't actually start, but we've got on top of it a lot quicker this time. So welcome, everyone. As you can already see, we're on board with Chicken and Blunts. We're back at Monza again after we were here a couple of weeks ago. We've got a full grid of drivers, two guys in the commentary box. It was good a few weeks ago, so hopefully it will stay the same. As you heard probably at the very start of the stream, if you joined us straight away, Lee saying live, so he is with us this evening. Looks like a good one, potentially a championship winning race, Lee.
Yeah, well, it's going to be quite a tense one, I would say, because we're getting to the end of the season. So, I mean, was this round 7, was it?
8.
8, sorry. So we've only got 2 more races after this. So,
which are Austria and Saudi.
Oh, you bet. Saudi will always be quite fun.
I think it's Austria, because we had, after a couple of weeks ago, we had Australia, didn't we?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Austria, then Jeddah.
Yeah, because they've done the same 3 initials for the 2 races. Anyway, whoever does it, Prof, I think. No offence. That was quite funny, though. Just sat there, I was like, are we doing Australia twice? Or have we done Austria already? And so the times are coming in. We've got the Pretender, who I haven't got the best memories anyway, but I don't think I've seen him before, Lee.
Yeah, he was in last week. What if I say not like the others?
Oh, was he in last week when I wasn't here last week?
Yeah, should be. Sorry, I'm having brain farts right now.
No worries.
So,
it sounded like you were singing to yourself.
It was with his name. It just the song just came into my head.
Oh, the Pretender. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Faulkner setting the fastest lap in Q1. What's Royal Rumble going to do? Third fastest. Got 3 drivers into the 121s. Now, early on in this qualifying today or later on, do you think that we're going to try and you see anyone trying to get a toe off anyone? Because especially at the top, that's where you're going to find your time towards the end.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I think, is it just me, or am I seeing some little patches start on the tarmac?
What, of rain?
Yeah.
I don't think it's raining. Oh, hold on.
I'm on board with Taylor Danny.
Oh, I've just got on board with Kieran, and he's actually just... Oh, very interesting. He's just missed the apex of turn 1. He came out the pits, hit the brakes, nothing happened. And he's going very slowly. He's going to have to be careful not to get himself disqualified here, actually. I think he was just doing it to make sure he didn't get himself any penalties, because weirdly enough, they do have the chicane at the runoff for turn 1, but you can't do the chicane in one of these cars, as you see at 120.5. So I think, Lee, your thought on maybe if there's rain coming, I don't think that's the case with that time. But I see what you mean. Down into turn 1, it's very like patchy.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's shiny. It's strange. And just seeing Kieran go straight on.
So, just seen Matthew, I think he's messed up at the Lesmos there. Or either that, he's just moving out the way.
No, I'm pretty sure we don't actually have any rain, but interesting. It's giving me flashbacks to, I'm not joking either, like it was giving, was Taylor Danny. I don't think he's on a lap, but he was pushing through the second Lesmo and had a bit of a scary moment there. Yeah, it was giving me flashbacks there. I don't know if you were in that race a few years ago, ALR at Monza. Were you in it? when it was like raining, like some of the race, and then it dried up a little bit, but it wasn't dry enough for slicks, and then it was dry enough for slicks, and it rained again.
I think it may have been, I'm not sure.
It was a bonkers race. Yeah, it was the most bonkers race I've ever been in. Like I went from inters to softs to inters. Then went to
I do remember that because I pitted about 6 bloody times that race for mine. Right?
Yeah. Anyone's watching is thinking, what are we talking about? This is probably from like F1 2019, I think, or 20, one or the other. I think it was either COVID time or it would have been COVID time, so I that. Yeah, so as we go, stop going down memory lane, go down the back straight.
It's fun.
With chicken and bunts. But yeah, the track looks weird. I think it's like supposed to be like a heat haze. It doesn't look right. That's what I think it is. Keep talking about it. Is Tommy goes on to the front row and into the top spot. The 120.264. AJ Baker.
I've seen Chuck way a little here. He's got a car just ahead of him. I think is it Wanted Noob? No, it's not. It's another one. I think it's Matthew. Yep. So I think Chuck will be away going to try and get a tool for him starting his lap off of Matthew just ahead in the Red Bull.
Matthew's actually he is getting a tow because the rear light's flashing, and it's good to get a tow, but this is the wrong session to be getting that tow.
True, but here, like Tesco say, every little helps.
We're not sponsored by Tesco's in any way, just to let you know.
Well, no.
So
meal deals are just too expensive now.
Keep an eye on Chuck. So I'm keeping an eye on Chuck Lee. Is this just a friendship like deal going on here because it's not the same team?
It could be.
And he's like perfect distance behind to be getting a tow, especially down here. And then when we said it last time, I can't remember if it was last
couple of weeks ago.
It was a couple of weeks ago. Well, we said it was here, coming up now towards when we come out of the Ascari chicane down towards the Parabolica. Got a car that spun out there, looked like it was his teammate there, the other Haas. Kieran, yeah, he's got an excellent tow down the back straight to the Parabolica.
He's got a tow this whole lap. Is this going to be able to help him? Oh no, that's interesting. Matthew kept going, and Matthew was quicker than Chuck.
Very close together as well, like their times.
Yeah.
Oh, Chuck's gone straight on. Decided to do a Sebastian Vettel, and then realised his brakes did work.
I was just thinking that there. He's doing a Vettel. So.
Royal Rumble's on a lap at the moment. He's 10th up.
Ooh.
When he comes up into the second sector.
No,
still just over 10th up.
He's going to need to get a little bit quicker than that because right now he is in the danger zone. Oh! That was lucky there.
Chuckle with a 120.024. So 0.2 faster than the next man. Tommy. So it's just a shame we've got just over 5 minutes because everyone goes around slowly on their in and out laps, and we don't have white flags or blue flags in the game, which I think we should have. We always get this yellow sector counter up, and I can't see, as well as Lee, can't see how long we got left on the clock. And the more and more it goes through this season, the more and more frustrating I'm getting in qualifying, wanting to see what the time is. And I just get a little glimpse there. It might, it stayed for a while. Shock horror. So yeah, just over 5 minutes to go in the session.
Yeah.
Very busy pit lane, eh? Very busy.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've got to say one thing that bloody EA or Codemasters, whatever the hell it is, they need to sort that out for the spectator menu and stop it so it goes over the bloody timer all the time.
Yeah, because you can't. When you're racing, you can change the whole screen around. You can do what you like with it, pretty much within reason. But spectator mode, oh no, you can't do anything. Because there's a few things I change around to make it look a little bit. Yeah, so.
Well, I think on the next game, I've been reading up a bit more about it, and the spectator menu is going to be more closely resembling the actual F1.
Yes.
So I'm guessing that we'll get the HUD for like the speed and the telemetry.
I hope so.
On the Halo.
I hope so.
So
Chuckle,
that would be
doing
nice.
Chuckle was doing an early donut then into the pits. I don't know why he did that. Yeah.
Something to
So
do.
most people in the pits. Some drivers just coming out of the pits.
So Chicken and Blunts will be first on his lap. Or wait. Yep.
Yeah, he will be. He's already done that weird outlet glitch again.
Yeah, I think it's as soon as they hit Sector 3, that's when
Yeah.
it will go.
Yeah. He makes his way down towards turn 1 as we hear the car bossing out on the asphalt. We make our way out of turn 2. Turn right-handed through turn 3, Curva Grande. He's got an Alpine, I think, or was that Williams on the left-hand side, getting out of his way as we go into the second
Red
chicane. That was a Red Bull, got it completely wrong. Into the second chicane of 4 and 5. De La Rogier now into the 2 Lesmos. We make our way down the second DRS straight under the old banking.
Ooh, I would like the tail end of that car there was getting out a wee bit as it was going around the scary section there. As it's coming down back straight onto the parabolic and now into the final turn. We'll see what time Chicken and Blunts is going to be able to put in. Is he coming across the line? Is he going to be able to improve? Yes, he does by just over 3/10. It's him in 10th place with a 121.217.
So it's going to get a tad bit more difficult now. We've got a very busy track with only a few drivers not out on track. Looney Man not out on track, Lee.
AJ Baker, he's going to come across the line. A 1 minute 20.995. He's 2.6 seconds up on his time. So he puts that into P10.
So I can pretty much guarantee now, Lee, that Looney Man's going to be starting last on the grid.
Yeah.
He's in the pits. We've got about, what, a minute and 30 to go. We've had another driver come through. We've got all the drivers in the bottom 5. Well, all the way down to 11th. AJ Baker set his lap. Lee Craig looks like he's just about to start a lap. And for the last few weeks in full qualifying, I wasn't here last week, but the last few weeks, Lee, it's been quite stale at the end of Q1. We've tried to get a bit of excitement in for the bottom 5, and it's somewhat fallen short. But looks like we might have a bit of a scrap for those bottom 4 places now, as Looney Man's going to be starting last.
Matty Jones is just going to come across the line and he improves up to 12th place with a 121.077. Rumble.
He's crossed the line. He hasn't got enough fuel to go again, so he'll be out. He's down in 16th. The checkered flag isn't out just yet. It will be shortly.
Let's see, Eddie Dust is coming across the line.
Oh, moves up into 30.
Oh.
Drops Chicken and Blunts down. Faulkner's about to come across the line. Stays 15th, but I think he's going again. Oh no, he's not. He's only got 0.3 of laps of fuel remaining, so he won't be able to go again.
Lee Craig better have his huggies on, because he's in the danger zone right now. Is Royal Rumble or Per Boden, or even the Pretender going to be able to get up? Pretender, no. Per Boden, he's just coming around the final little part of this track now, down to Barabalga. See what time he's going to be able to put on the board. Is he going to be able to improve?
Oh no, he goes into the pits.
Nah, Sausage. Royal Rumble, what's he going to be able to do? Is he going
He
to be
hasn't
able
got
to
the fuel.
improve?
He hasn't got the fuel.
Sausage.
Chicken and blokes. Not got the fuel. Faulkner. Not got the fuel. That's it.
That's it, aye. Oofed.
So that was a very early finish. When you just had the checkered flag out. And very, very early finish.
Oh, so Looneyman did come back out on track.
But too late.
Yep. Too little, too late. So, that was quite a fun little session there.
I should eat my words, really, Lee.
Should you?
Yeah, because I said that we usually have a stale end, and I got to admit that was a little bit of a stale end. Anyone joining the stream now, because I know it happens after Q1 for the drivers who have been knocked out, is there going to be rain in the race?
Pretender, take him out. Think that's the AI controlled of Looneyman? Is that? No. It's Prof. The Prof and the Pretender going side by side across the line there. So. We'll have a wee quick rundown of the qualifying order for Q1. So we've got Chuckle, Tommy and Taylor Danny in the top three. Prof P4, Matthew 5th, Chuck 6th, 7th was Aki, 8th was Bugatti Slovan, Noob was 9th, Kieran 10th, AJ Baker 11th, 12th was Matty Jones, Eddie Dust 13th, 14th was Lee Craig, and Faulkner was P15. Being eliminated and not continuing through to Q2 will be Chicken and Blunts, Royal Rumble, Per Boden, The Pretender and Looneyman. So, moving on to the next 15-minute session. It's gonna be fun.
Sorry, I had someone come to the door. I wasn't being rude.
Oh, good. That's all right, bud. Just give me 2 seconds. Take over for a second.
So, apologies for my lack of talking for a minute or so. So, now we're down to 15 minutes. We're down to 15 drivers. 3 minutes knocked off, 5 drivers knocked out. And we've got drivers quickly exiting the pit lane to get on with it. It is a short lap time around here. It's not a short lap, it's quite a long lap actually. So it does turn out to be quite a quick Grand Prix. Just like places like Silverstone as well. Is Matty Jones. He's got himself facing the wrong direction, now the right direction. Needs to get himself back on the black stuff. So there's other drivers that are steadily exiting the pit lane, Aki being another, and then an Alpha Tauri behind him. I think that's Tommy, I think. It's just behind him. So we will have but a moment to wait before we get underway with some commentating on lap times, as Matthew Jones will be the first driver to start his first attempt in Q2, even though he did have that little issue on the exit of turn 2, a little spin. Hopefully that hasn't deterred him from putting in a good lap time as he now gets himself underway and out the final corner as we cross the timing beacon to start his first lap. He's followed closely by Faulkner, who's now started his lap as well, as we make our way down into turn 1 and into the Del Rettifilio chicane, and then exit out of turn 2 towards the Curva Grande. We usually see battles carry on through this corner, and then it finishes, or it neutralises for a few corners at this point. At the second chicane, the Della Roggia chicane. Turn 4 and 5, and now through turn 6 and then 7. Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2. Down into the Ascari chicane, left, right, and then left again. Try and keep the foot flat to the floor as you go through that final left-hander. Keep it to the right-hand side, and then we'll bring ourselves back to the left for the final corner, the Parabolica, turn 11. He has got a Merc ahead of him. That's got to be Prof, so he's getting himself a decent toe in the final couple of corners and the final straight. His Prof now enters the pit lane, and Matthew Jones is a 1:21.926, and Faulkner has invalidated his lap time. And then after him, I think we're going to have Bugatti. Oh no, sorry, we had Lee Craig in between them. Faulkner enters the pit lane, and then we're going to have Bugatti after that. He goes into second place, but 9/10 behind Lee Craig.
Aki's just coming around the Parabolica now. Oh, looked like he was diving into the pits there. It's in a 0.090. Who the hell is that? That was Tommy. The 1:20.6.
Yeah, so close to that first place as it stands, and we can see Eddie Dust start his first lap in the McLaren. Makes his way into turn 1 and 2 quite nicely. Bit of a kick of the rear as he exits turn 2, and now the long right hand curve of turn 3 before we get to Della Roggia chicane. We should get the lap data. Lap data, sorry, on the screen. I always forget to do that every qualifying session, so apologies in advance for the rest of the season. Dust coming into the Ascari chicane. Left, right, and then the final left. He's got a car warming up his tyres ahead of him. He probably will have to get out of the way. He'll be catching him rather quickly. He'll potentially not, actually. He's got on with it himself. There's a bit of a queue forming down the back straight towards the Parabolica as we're watching Eddie Dust make his way around the Parabolica. Over the timing line with a 1:21.204.
The next person is going to be is the Ferrari man of AJ Baker. He's just coming under the old banking into the Ascari section now. Oh no, he was pushing that on the limit there. Just a wee ball hair more, and that would have been an invalidation there, but he judged that to perfection there. Now he's coming around the Parabolica there, the final turn of this Monza track. Oh, that was surprising. A little bit cheeky there from AJ Baker. And just that fraction wide there at the Parabolica. But he managed to put it in second place with 1:20.6. think it's going to be Chuck in the Haas next. He's just a way to come around the parabolica. So let's see what the Haas man is going to be able to do as he's coming across the line. What time is he going to be able to put in? He puts in a 120 flat, and Matthew puts in a 119.985.
Yeah, it was an impressive lap from Matthew. They're all being very cheeky to cut in turn one. Very, very cheeky.
120.5. Oh, 5 thousandths of a second.
Yeah.
From Lee Craig. Ooh, cheeky, cheeky.
We've got Chuckle, championship leader. Pretty much.
First. No, oh no.
Chuckle 120.328. We can really pretty much start calling him the champion elect now.
Yep. But over till the lady sings. So, Prof, let's see what the Mercedes man's going to do as he comes across the line. And he beats Chuckle with 120.203.
That's very good from Prof.
Yeah. So, we'll see what's going to be next.
Kieran.
He's
just finished lap. No, he's on a in lap.
Ah.
Wanted new in lap as well, even though he's got full charge. I think we've got Tommy just starting a lap.
Yep, Tommy's just starting, so we'll see what the Alpha Tauri driver's going to be able to do. As he's crossing the line to start.
Actually, no, a bit further on, actually, Bugatti's on a lap, and he's 5 tenths up.
I'll stick on board with Tommy right now, and we'll see how
he gets on. Well, as we wait to see what Tommy does, we're about to see what Bugatti is going to do as he crosses the line. Goes 6 fastest with a 120.620, and he was 8 tenths up on his previous lap time.
22 thousandths of a second quicker than Tommy there. Tommy's just away coming to sector 3 in just a couple of seconds as he's just coming under the old banking. He's up on his time by over half a second as he's coming through the Ascari section now. And it looked like he was carrying a bit much speed there at the first turn of the Ascari. But he managed to make it work for himself as he's just coming into the parabolic, and now we'll see what time he's going to be able to put on the board as he comes across the start-finish line in just a few seconds' time. Is he going to be able to improve even more? He does, into second place with 128 flat. He's only 20 thousandths of a second off the fastest time of Matthew there. Who's sitting in P1.
It's getting me excited for Q3. There's certainly a few of them there in the mix. I do think a lot of this track is to do with the skill is how you are on the brakes here. As we see Chuckle doing 119.976. Yeah, on the brakes here with the you have got to be ballsy with the lack of wing you have here, and having the confidence to get it in the corner.
These guys are too similar in pace a lot of the days. I mean, 9 thousandths of a second. It's 29 thousandths of a second.
One sec, mate.
3. So, we've seen, I think, Chuck starting a lap, and Matty Jones is a second up on his time as he's just came out of Ascari there. Let's see what time he's going to be able to put on the board. He's just coming around at the parabolic, and now
I've had no one knock at the door today, and I've had 2 people in the space of, what, 15 minutes?
Oh, for God's sake.
First time I've been on my own for ages.
Just put a sock on the handle. Right.
It was Taryn, to be fair. My next door neighbour, they know who Taryn is. Yeah.
So... Oh, Chuck, what you doing? You're pointing the wrong way.
Chuck?
There we go, you're pointing the right way now. Yeah, I think he must have spun it at Lesmo 1 there. He kind of fluffed it up. Oh, got a comment in for Loneyman Racing saying it's going to be a long night for me tonight. Yep, it appears so, mate. Got a wee bit of a wait there. So,
see, if he'd have done Mastery, he was 18, like Rishi Sunak wants to do. He'd have got.
Oh, Faulkner into the wall at the bloody Ascari! He just gets too much on the curve at the apex and he just bottles it right into the wall.
Well, that's the first one out in Q2.
It's meant to be 4 wheels, not 3. Ah, that's a bit unfortunate. So he's going to have a repair job for the rest.
Reliant Robin, Formula 1 racing. I've been watching too much Only Fools and Horses recently. As we go down towards the Parabolica with Aki.
Let's see as Aki's coming across the line for a mile. What time's he going to be able to put in? Oh, he's in the danger zone!
Oh, that's not good enough. And unfortunately, he hasn't got the fuel, but he almost had enough time to do a cool-down lap and go again, but he might do if you're going to cut the corner like that.
Cheeky.
Now, they've all got the memo. They're all allowed to do it, so let them do it. As we're watching Eddie Dust start his first attempt, and as we said a few weeks ago, as you'll see into the race, it does bottleneck at turn 1. And it gets narrower and narrower as you get to the braking point and then the apex. So drivers will be on their final laps, Lee. Kieran's not, sorry to cut you off, Kieran's not come out, nor is Matty Jones, nor is Bugatti.
No. So we've got Wanted Noob, Bugatti, Matty Jones and Taylor.
Matty Jones is retired, obviously. Can't go again.
Oh no, Wanted Noob is able to go again, sorry, it's Aki that's not.
Yes, so Aki's already out, isn't he?
Yep, I think so.
Aki's now out. Yeah, he's got no fuel on board. Checker flag is now out. We've got Eddie, AJ Baker, Aki's into the pit, so I think Matty Jones is safe. Bugatti isn't, nor is Wanted Noob right now. But Wanted Noob is about to set his final attempt in Q2. Will he improve? He does, up to 5th with a 120.289. Eddie Dust improved, but not enough. He's out in qualifying.
Oh, now at this moment AJ Baker can go through if he's just able to keep this pace going. He's already 2/10 up.
He gets it. Yeah.
If he keeps his pace up, then he could possibly slip into probably 8th or 9th here, which is going to be enough to get him through into the final qualifying session. As that Ferrari's running on the dregs left in the tank, and there we go. Nearly 4/10 up on his time. That puts him into P6. Nicely done there. So, there we have it, folks. That is the end of the second qualifying session here at Monza. And we've got Chuckle, Matthew, Tommy, Prof, Wanted Noob, AJ Baker, Lee Craig, Chuck, Taylor, Danny and Matty Jones all moving through to the third qualifying session. We've got Bugatti, Sloven, Aki, Eddie Dust, Kieran and Faulkner, who will not be continuing on into the next session. They will be starting at 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th and 15th respectively. So, moving on to the last 10 minutes.
12.
12, sorry. I always get mixed up. It used to be 10, did it not?
No, you just say that to make yourself feel better.
I'm pretty sure it did, like, in the very beginning of when it first came out, so, like, 10 years ago or something.
I'm not sure. But before we got started, Lee, there was only 6/10 between the top 10 into Q3. And so surely that'll get quicker because some drivers didn't do a lap at the final part. So surely that will get quicker and potentially closer as well. So a Red Bull and an Alpine out first. Aston Martin, I think, sorry, not an Alpine.
Taylor Danny is going to be the second one out. Who's first? Oh, it's Tommy. That off the tower right then. It's Taylor Danny, then Matthew.
It looks like that. It looks like they're all coming out in a steady stream. Pretty much all the drivers are on the track. So four drivers still in the pits and 6 drivers out on track. Sorry, Lee.
I could see some cheekiness a bit. Let's start here from possibly from, I think it's Matthew and Taylor Danny here. I think there's been a wee bit cheeky there. I think Taylor Danny's trying to get some space, I would say. Matthew's sticking right up with him. So Tommy's going to be the first one on a lap. I'll sit on board with him and see how he's going to be able to do. He's across the line to start his first, possibly 2 laps.
So it's Tommy, Taylor Danny, then Matthew, then Wanted Noob, then AJ Baker. Okay, I think we're good. And then we got the 2 brothers, Chuck being first. And Chuck will be second.
See Tommy as he's heading down under the old bank in. Got to say, I would love to have a wee go around that just to see what the old track was like. It would be fun.
Feels like deja vu from last time there. It's exactly what you said last time.
Did it?
Yes.
Oh. I mean, come on, it would be fun. Just making sure not to go over the end.
So Tommy sets the benchmark with a 1:19.9. That was a very good time. 1:20.1 for Taylor Matthew. 1:20.3 for Taylor Danny. And then we got Wanted New. 1:21.5. 1:20.6. Lee Craig with a 1:20.312. As I expected, he's looking close. Chuck's next.
Yeah, the Chuck and the Haas has come around far back, and now it's just come across the line, see what time he's going to be able to put in the 1:20.8. Only good enough for 6th place at the moment. But Matty Jones is just coming around turn 1. Trickle has just came around the curve grande there into the Rogier chicane now. Careful of them apexes, you don't want to be jumping over them as the car could easily just belly out or not and mess up your the balance of the car coming around the two Lesmos, nicely done there. Using up all of the track as much as possible. DRS is wide open on the hill, and back up again to the Ascari section there. Nicely done dodging that last apex there, making sure you not to go on that and unsettling the car. It could easily just throw you into the wall, as was seen with Faulkner just in the previous qualifying session. Chuckle going out as wide as possible there at the Parabolka, coming across the line, see what time he's going to be able to put in at 1:20.229. That sets him into third place for the time being.
Matty Jones up next.
Yep, Matty Jones coming across the line. He's taking the shortest line possible, but still not good enough. 1:20.698. Was that? No, 688, sorry.
And Prof was going to be the last man, but he's decided to bail out.
Interesting. So, it's going to be the next driver to start a lap. Who's going to be the first one out the garage as we wait for this is the calm before the storm?
Yeah, well, I think we're going to have at least a 2-minute wait.
Yep. So, question for you, right?
Yeah.
Do you like beans on toast?
Yes.
Good eye.
How much alcohol have you been drinking today? Are you okay?
None at all.
Any new medicines that doctor gave you?
Don't try and...
We should put a warning thing at the start of the stream with you.
What? What have we done?
Nothing.
Oh, Tommy! You nearly bailed it into the wall.
That
was... You nearly did. Did he get any damage to the wing?
No, I don't think so. He's got away with that. When did you do that? The second chicane at the De La Roche. I can't say that word today.
De La Roche.
I've got hay fever, alright.
I think it could have been you just maybe got on the apex a little too much. Just missed it. Just seen him as he was sliding out there. But
so he'll be first. And then
here's hoping to not damage these tyres too much.
Just remember as well, Lee, these two can be very, like... You would kind of want to be coming out, well, already have come out really, to give them a... coming into the pits. He has got time.
Prof's taking advantage of this free track right now.
Most scenarios, I'd say yes, Lee, but the toe might be a wise decision here as the Alpine comes down to the garage.
But then again, you've got that clear mind to say, right, I'm the only one out on track, I could just go for it now. So you've got that in your head as well. It's that sort of safety net, I would say. Puts your sort of anxiety a little bit more at ease. So it is a kind of smart decision, I would say. But then again, you won't have the advantage of the slipstream of the two. So
it's been a very smooth and undramatic lap so far from Prof, and that usually means quick. As he goes through the middle sector and into the final, he won't be able to get a toe off anyone whatsoever, as they'll just be coming out the pits about now. We're going to have a busy track at the end here, Lee. No one's come out yet. Well, the two drivers are out, but 8 of them are still in the pit lane. as Prof sets his one and only time today with a 1:20.208.
For third place. Wanted Noob on his flying lap now, as he's coming in hard, braking for turn 1. Nicely done around turns 1 and 2 there. Being careful not to take too much apex, as we do know that them orange sausage carbs do like to unsettle the car and just throw it all over the place. Round the Curva Grande into the Del Roggia chicane. Ooh, and there we go, taking a little bit much off the first curve there at turn 4. Round the Osmo 1, using all of the track. Around the second one, missed the chicane, the apex there, the corner. Down under the old banking into the Ascari section. Now he's going to have a car up ahead. I wonder if that's going to unsettle him a little around there. Doesn't seem to be, but he's going to possibly be able to get a little bit of slipstream from whatever car this is ahead. And
he's got in the way there. He's got in the way. I didn't think he realised he was on a lap.
Yep, I don't think he did.
Oh, and now he goes into the pit. Whoever that was, I think it was Prof. I don't know why he was warming his tyres. His Wanted New goes across the line with a 1:20.599. Now, when we were on that lap, Lee, if we have a look now on the track map down towards the final corner, it's very busy. Very busy. We've got a few at the back, but there's a few of them that are going to be getting toes off others.
So we've seen Chuck, who's going to be the first one across the line to finish his lap. He's going to be sitting in 10th. The last driver after that will be Chuckle, I think. Yep. Then Matty Jones, who's right on the tail, but was on the tail of Chuckle there. Anybody watching at home, feel free to fire some comments in. Let us know what the race is going to be like and weather-wise, or if you like, just leave it up to a little surprise for us.
So the checker flag is out. The only driver not able to improve now is Prof. Everyone out on the circuit. We've got Tommy and Matthew start their laps as late as they possibly could. As we see Chuck now coming around the Parabolica for the final time in this qualifying session.
Oh, wanting Nib pulls into the pits there. Doesn't seem to be improving on his lap. Chuck comes across the line. Oh! 119.834. Who's next? Who next? It's going to be Chuckle.
Chuckle.
Who's even quicker? What's next? Come on.
This is going to be quick. It's Matty Jones who's pit. And
Taylor
then we've got
Danny.
Lee Craig. Taylor Danny, Lee Craig into 119.9s. And then we've got an Alpha Tauri next. Got Tommy up next.
Tommy.
He was on provisional pole.
He's improved.
Stays third fastest. Got Matthew up next. AJ Baker first, sorry. And then Matthew, I think he's took pole.
He just went P1.
I think he just took pole, Matthew. It's not for the first time this season that he's done that. Right at the end, bosh, there you go. There's pole position.
Sweaty. Right, so here we go. By 41 thousandths of a second, Matthew steals P1 there. It was Tommy who was in the lead there till like the last couple of seconds there. Then Chuckle, then Matthew stole it. So then we've got Matthew, Chuckle, Chuck in P1, 2 and 3, Tommy in 4th, Lee Craig 5th, Profit in 6th, 7th was Taylor Danny, AJ Baker 8th, Wanted Noob 9th, and Matty Jones was in 10th. That was quite a thrilling ender to the qualifying there.
Yeah, well, the second place man, Barry Chuckle, took the provisional pole, and then it's the championship leader, his brother, Paul, took it off him. And then Matthew, right at the very end, took the fastest lap of the day and the pole position.
fun. That was mad. So, looks like it's going to be crisp and dry rest.
Lee, I think we might. Have you? the pit crews.
Yeah, I can see it. It looks normal up at like Aston Martin, Williams sort of end, but Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, not so
McLaren,
much.
all looks a bit weird. So, a rub of the hands from Lee. Apologies, by the way. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm sat on a very squeaky chair tonight.
Can't hear Jack.
Okay, that's good then. So, tyres.
Ooh,
medium and hard, all the way down the field.
So let's see, how many hard runners is there? Eight hard runners.
Yeah, 12 mediums.
So it's an 8-12 split. Hards and mediums. I think I remember seeing a time not too long ago, and I believe it was Jeddah, where Matthew got P1, I think it was. But he went on the hards. This time, stinking differently.
Did. Yeah, he did. I think that was on Sunday he did that, when he did that last gasp. Pole position, yeah.
So, thinking opposite this time. Get a better start, get pulling away. Oh, Kieran's already fluffed it. He's going to be starting with cold tyres, especially on the hards. Oof. They're going to be like icicles.
Articles.
That was terrible.
Yeah, I know. Well, Joe wants kids, doesn't she? So I'm already trying on the dad jokes. Right, Lee.
I start to go up my nose. I hate you.
Right, it's Grand Prix time now, Lee. Professional.
I'll be professional when you stop making the juice come up my nose.
So, that's the other thing as well. So cold tyres for Kieran, and he's set back in his box as well. Further back.
Oh no, that ain't gonna be nice for him.
So Prof disqualified, so he's gonna be starting a little further back than he would like. It's interesting to see nowadays, Lee. We're waiting for someone to slot in. Taylor Daly slot into his 7th place grid spot. Oh, he's really out of position there, Lee. We're about to get underway now. Got a horrendous camera angle as always. We've got 5 red lights, and we're away for Road to Glory's Thursday tier here at Monza. And Matthew has got a better start this time on the hard tyres, as well as Chuck. And Chuck is now going to be bearing down on the Red Bull as he now goes to the outside as we make our way into turn 1. It may turn into the inside for him, and does it turn 2, but better traction for Matthew, and he stays in the lead as we work our way down the order. We've got a Aston Martin, a Taylor, and the Ferrari, a Lee Craig, side by side through Curva Grande. And who's going to back out by the time we get to turn 4? It looks like the inside line man, Lee Craig, is going to make up that place and moves up into 7th place.
Yep, I was just watching there and I seen Kieran with some cold hard tyres managed to get a poor start. He's dropped down to 19th, and seen it turn 2, him and the Pretender were side by side. Oh, and the Faulkner went wide at level 2.
And they were going side by side through the first lesson and the second, Looney Man and Faulkner, and Faulkner just couldn't bear to give up the place at the second Lesmo and ended up in the gravel. He was left for space, and I have to say, actually, talking about Looney Man, he's moved up 6 places in 3/4 of a lap, Lee.
Yep, incredible start from him, starting on them mediums. Yellow flag in sector 3, Who'd that be? Royal Rumble.
Always wanted new, but he just got past Bugatti. Bugatti trying to get that position back. No DRS, of course, for another lap out of this one, and much later on the brakes from Bugatti. Oh, sorry, we were looking at the fight tonight, because the fight for the lead has changed hands, and Chuck goes up into the lead.
Just while this is going on, there's a battle here for 16th place between Perrin Bowden, Kieran and the Pretender. Kieran's on the outside for the Roger Chicane backs out. Let's Perrin Bowden have the place. Just with there being no DRS there. And the Pretender managed to get overtook by both Kieran and Perrin Bowden there.
Well, as it stands, Lee, Chuck is doing what he needs to do to keep in this championship fight.
Yeah, he needs to be getting them wins.
He needs to win every race from now, really.
Yeah,
that's really what
and
he needs to do.
He needs to hope that Truckle doesn't perform well. Oh, looks like Luke Craig's going for a move on Matty Jones for 6th place. They're side by side in the start finish straight. Going in at turn 1, they're still side by side. Who's going to be later on the brakes? It looks like it's going to be Lee Craig with the inside of the line. Nicely done there. And he's moved up into 6th place there. Is Matty Jones going to have a comeback up? No, it doesn't look like it. Nicely done there from the Ferrari man.
Still got this battle at the back. The Pretender getting past Kieran. As Faulkner goes right over turn 1. We have got DRS enabled. Matthew's just fallen outside of that DRS window. He's now binned it at turn 7. The second Lesmo. He's got it facing the right way. He hasn't lost his wheels, so he can carry on. He's going to have to get a new nose. We've got Matty Jones again, Lee, and Lee Craig, and Taylor Danny, all fighting for that one position as we go down towards the Parabolica now. Elbows out from these drivers. Are getting so close together, that Ferrari and Aston Martin. They now go single file through the Parabolica as we're going to have DRS enabled. Taylor Danny trying to potentially sneak up the inside now on the exit, but isn't able to just yet. His DRS is now enabled for Lee Craig. Taylor Danny as well. Matty Jones will almost be a sitting duck on this straight now. But Lee Craig moving up into 5th place. And looks like at the moment Chuck extending that lead, but Chuckle has now moved up into 2nd place.
What we've seen wanted now to move around outside of Taylor Danny at the Curva Grande there. Nicely done, moving up into 7th place there.
So the top 4 have broken away now from the rest of the pack. There is a bit of a gap between 1st, 2nd and 3rd. They're not within DRS range of one another. As Faulkner is into the pits. Change of wing, I believe, there.
Oh, who is that?
Oh, Bugatti.
The guy is Slovan.
Very strange part to lose it in the Ascari chicane.
Yeah. Yeah, that was quite unusual there. I just was on board with AJ Baker and just seen it come behind. Croft make the move up in the 3rd there. Up on Tommy there.
There's Looney Man. Now makes his way up into 11th. He's got a quick car on the straights, that Mercedes driver. Started in last. He's almost up into the top 10 now.
I would say he is definitely one to watch right now. Oh, here's another in. Okay, making a move on Taylor Danny around the inside of the Curva Grande.
Let's see what Lelyman can do. He's already closing that gap to 10th place. Now, of course, that gap will potentially increase with the DRS enabled on this straight. They'll get a few extra miles and kilometres an hour faster than the drivers without. Obviously to aid the overtaking, but of course it does help when you're in a train. There goes Aki, who spun on the exit of the Ascari chicane, the more likely place for you to spin. It was a slow spin though, he hasn't gone into the wall.
Faulkner has decided to call it.
Yeah, he's already out of lap 5.
Yeah.
AJ Baker closing in on Taylor Dunny. Is it enough to go for it? Not just yet. And Aki closing in on the inside. He tries to be later on the brakes, but chicken in blunts there. Excellent on the brakes, but then he messes up turn 2, and Aki glides past into 12th place, and he's in a McLaren sandwich as it stands. The Pretender as well going up the inside of Chicken in Blunts, who's suffering from that turn 2, and is Kieran going to try and go for it as well? All bit of contact there between the McLaren and the Aston Martin, and he makes a mess of the exit of turn 5 as well.
Yeah, nicely done there from Kieran. Just made that, him and Aki both made that look like light work. Oh, and that's all, you bugger, yeah! That was a close-in Pretender at the Wesmo 2. Goes right across the track, bounces off the wall, and then comes back across the track. And that was Kieran, ended up, I think, I'm not sure, has he got any damage? No, he's not, surprisingly. Oh, and Aki's
Aki again, same place.
I think it may be them tyres, was it not? They may be running a bit hot, maybe?
Maybe. Perm Bowden, very close to Chicken and Blunts. DRS will be enabled, but for the pair of them, and Chicken and Blunts just seems like he's getting away here. He's getting closer and closer to Kieran, but not close enough.
Oh, AJ Baker.
Yeah.
That's Taylor Danny there.
The top 3 are all within DRS with each other now, Lee, as well.
Oh, Royal Rumble being overtaken by Bugatti Sloven now.
Matthew sets the fastest lap of the race on the hard tyre.
There's Aki and the Pretender. Well, Aki coming out the pits now. Pretender's getting his new front wing on.
So if we go to the front as they make their way onto the next lap, that being lap 8, yeah, the 2 behind the leader have got DRS. But Chuck just having a super quick car in a straight line as we see Prof going from left to right, trying to unsettle his rival ahead.
Just as you said that, he got a little bit unsettled, hitting that orange curb on the inside of turn 1. The Haas driver, Chuck, did. Chicken and Blunts and Kieran swapping places there. But Chicken and Blunts moving back up into 12th, but then he brakes too late going into turn 1. And he loses that position again, nearly losing the position to Per Bowden, also in 14th. I think Chicken and Blunts is needing to focus a bit more on his driving rather than other people's, as he seems to be braking that a little bit too late at turn 1 there, a couple of times now. It's unsettled him on all the way around to turn 4.
Well, the Pretender on lap 8 is, or it will be lap 9, looks like. He'll be lapped by the top 3.
Yep, that is coming quite soon.
There's a short lap time here is Kieran. Falls down the order. He's also spun at turn 3. And another driver as well, Chicken and Blunts, who's reset to track. And no, that's not allowed in RTG.
Naughty, naughty. Seeing Taylor Dunn is. He's right on the tailpipes of AJ Baker there. He's not able to do much. Old Royal Rumble and Bugatti Slovan, these two have been battling it out for quite a bit. Now it looks like Bugatti Slovan's going to have the better exit of turn 2. And he's around the outside, going into the Curva Grande. And there you have it. That's him back up into 13th place. He's going to be later on the brakes. Doesn't matter, Bugatti Slovan's got that in the bag. And he's got Per Bowden.
Sorry, Lee Craig. Now gunning for that 4th place. Oh, look at the top 2, Lee. The 2 championship leaders. The championship leader is in 2nd at the moment, followed by in front of him is 2nd place. He needs to be finishing ahead of the Alfa Romeo driver, but looks like he's going to give up the place as we go towards turn 1. Awesome straight line speed from the Alfa Romeo there, and he went past like a breeze as we go into turn 1.
Looks like the Pretender is going to be.
Oh, actually, we've got Royal Rumble, Per Bowden, and Bugatti Slovan all going for that 1 place as we've got the Williams of Bugatti going up the inside, and now Royal Rumble trying to go around the outside and does, and Per Bowden loses 2 places in 2 corners.
Beautifully done there from Royal Rumble there. And Bugatti. Oh, Matthew with 122.3 there.
Oh, his Bugatti locks up badly there and gets a kick of oversteer into the corner. It just sort of didn't settle into turn 4, but he's able to hold on for the time being. Oh, Taylor Danny.
Oh, Taylor Danny.
He's out. That could be a safety car.
Is it? Is it? No.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, safety car's point. And Chuck's coming at the perfect time.
And Chuck.
Yeah, he stayed out, but of course everyone's going to go by because when the safety car was deployed, he was already on the other lap. Chuckle spun.
Come on, stay out, Pretender. Stay out. Come on.
Chuckle's just spun, Lee. Chuckle just spun on the exit of turn 2.
Oh, what a silly goose. That's going to hinder him. Now, we've seen a lot of people box in this lap. Kieran, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, silly goose.
See, he'd be wise now to come back out and just pit again.
Yeah.
Served the penalty, just goes to the back.
I mean, the thing is, he won't necessarily lose a whole, all these places. He'll probably go down to 17th. Well, lose 2 places. Actually, probably even less than that, depending on when the safety car gets picked up. There. We're seeing Chuckle into the pits now. Noob is the noob that's wanted. He's coming into the pits as well. Eddie that's dust. What's he going to do? Pits. Is he going to pit? Yep, he pits. Chuck, he's already pit. So, he's looking fine and dandy. Going to be a race.
I don't think the Pretender's going to unlap himself here.
Is he going to get it? No, he isn't. Oh! Nearly.
Very close to the top 2.
Yep, he nearly managed to get that first place back. Again, but we're seeing 3 RTGs in first, second and third there.
Yeah.
Chuck and Prof. Oh, Eddie. Eddie's making a controversial move here.
What did he do?
He's on the softs.
Oh.
Oh, and the Looney Man, he just lost a place to Eddie because he was off the track. Two seconds.
So I think we're going to have another lap of this safety car before we can get back underway again. And we'll be just over half distance when we do.
Two seconds.
Chicken and Bunch will be the last driver to catch up to the back of the pack. There's 17 drivers on the lead lap, one not on the lead lap, which is the Pretender. You can lap yourself on F122, but it isn't as easy as you would think. Hopefully the game next year will just have an automatic setting where it just says lap cars can overtake safety car. Until then, it's Matthew spun now under the safety car. Cold tyres, driving slowly, never a good mix. Just bear with me 2 seconds, but I'm literally just refilling my drink. There's a drive-through penalty for Matthew for falling too far back. Never seen that one before. Lee, are you back? Are you just back, Lee? Oh no, he's done it again! Oh, he's spun again. Matthew's race has gone from bad to worse, Lee. He's got a drive-through penalty for something I've never seen before.
What?
Falling too far back.
That is cool. Got to say, sometimes the penalties in this game are full honky.
So we're going to get... Lee, we're going to get another lap of the safety car.
Yay!
Another one. That's because
You know what?
didn't catch up in time.
You don't want to know one thing that
Ooh,
it's
it's
just
just like the pit. Matthew pit by different times. Been in the pit lane. He's retired. Not surprised on that one. Turn Bowden's pit. Going to the softs.
Ooh, interesting.
And so we see Chucky getting rather impatiently against the safety car. You haven't gone again, have you, Leas?
2 seconds. Because I've just kind of noticed something.
What?
Well, I've got the stream volume up full. And could you hear anything?
No.
That's me holding it right next to the mic.
Can you hear nothing at all?
Nothing.
Shit. How's that happened? There is sounds, you donut.
Oh.
Yeah. As we get back underway, it's Lee thought we had a technical issue, which we don't. As Chuckle gets us back underway, onto lap 15. As they all file through the parabolica onto the start-finish straight. Per Bowden pits again. Very strange. As we see the leaders and Chuckle getting a really good start and two drivers and getting in a bit of a tussle. Looney Man, no! He's now down in 15th. He had such a good start to the race. As we literally go into the second half, all of his work has been undone.
Royal Rumble and Bukai Sloven battling out yet again. This time for 10th position. Oh, looks like Royal Rumble's going to have the inside line down into Lesmo 1. Oh! He gets sandwiched into the apex there from Bugatti. Allowing Kieran to come around the outside of Lesmo 1. Nicely done there from Kieran, taking advantage of that battle up ahead.
There's been a lot of action before the safety car still, and this has just closed the pack up so much more as we go on to the second lap after the safety car, lap 16. Chuck has been able to bring that gap back down again.
Looks like there's quite a battle here for starting for fourth. Yeah, it's all quite close. Up to 9th place here.
Yeah, it certainly is. There's a big claim for him. Chuckle has now extended his lead. Green flag still flashing for that Aston Martin driver, unfortunately. He's now falling down. Fair play for sticking with it. Eddie, though, losing it as well at turn at the exit of the Ascari chicane.
Going to Looney Man. Yep, Looney Man has managed to pass Eddie there. I guess the soft's starting to die away now. Won't last that long here.
No, they don't.
So low downforce. Oh, and we've seen Royal Rumble and Aki battling out here for 11th place. Aki and Royal Rumble side by side, still at turn 2. Aki's managing to get that inside line at turn 2 and keeping that 11th place. Nicely done there from the Alfa Romeo driver.
Oh, his Royal Rumble spun
Oh,
at the Della Roggia chicane, just into the first part, the apex. And he's now fallen down to 14th. As we've got DRS enabled now, wanted you move is using that to great effect and trying to get past Craig in 4th place. And Chuckle now, Lee, he's just extended his lead even more to a slightly more comfortable spot. Back all the way down to 8th, though, late. 9th. 8th, sorry. Oh, it has DRS apart from Lee Craig.
Oh, and Kieran's around Barbolka.
Yeah, and as we see, Wanted New goes to the inside on Lee Craig. He's slightly later on the brakes. He has that optimal line into the corner. As we see the Williams bouncing over the sausage curbs there. And doesn't get himself a time penalty, just a warning.
I will say, if this was like, this was a bit more realistic, I reckon we could have seen a remake of Hamilton Verstappen there between Lee Craig and Wanted Noob. Looked like the contact between the wheels would have sent one of them flying at least. Oh, who's this? Chicken and Blunts going right off at turn 5 there. Turning back on the track. 14th place. So McLaren's not having a very good day today. They're sitting right down the field. Oh, and Chicken and Blunts just gets too much on the Lesmo 2 exit curb. And he just bottles it into the wall. Loses that front wing. That spearheaded McLaren ain't going to be penetrating any shields today, so that's that bugger. The Looney Man's right on the tail end of Kieran here. Coming into the parabolic, I reckon he could be going for a move sometime soon. Tommy goes up to 5th from Lee Craig. Up again.
They've hit each other on the straight. Sorry, I had my mic on mute. They've hit each other on the straight. It was like oh, and again.
Oh, Tommy.
What has happened? What has happened? We saw it on the stream. I'm so... Oh, Tommy's left.
He's just raged by the looks of things.
Yeah, it was a bit like Webber and Vettel from Turkey, where they sort of came together. Haven't seen that for a long, long time.
Looks like the closest battle up to now. Kieran and Looneyman. The Looneyman's already made it. Oh, Kieran, what you did? Getting a little bit squirrely there with the tail end at Scary there.
And it looks like Chuckle has made a mistake at some point, Lee, because Chuck is now within a second of first place. We're just out of it now. Watching the top three, pretty much every week in this season we've seen a three-way fight for the lead at some point in a race for a reasonably long amount of time into the race, a reasonable amount of laps, so it usually sort of breaks away, but these three have been sticking together for quite a while. The gap increased and now is decreased. Chuckle's got so much ERS energy deployment. He's just been saving it, and he'll just push on eventually.
Yep, that's what it comes down to a lot of the time, especially at tracks like this, is your ERS. Just making sure you've got plenty of it, because it is quite difficult to get that battery recharged here. Too many straights, not enough braking zones.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to get the energy back up.
Considering you could use it practically anywhere at this track.
Yeah, and I think that's how Chuckle has just broke away a little bit. He's just used a bit of it, about 20%. points just gave him that breathing space he wants again. He's just, especially the second half of the season, he's just started to control these races and been pretty unstoppable really in Thursday.
It doesn't look like anybody is within DRS range of anyone right now, as Matty Jones just missed out, same with AJ Baker. Is Prof going to be able to make a move on Chuck? I think he might be that wee bit too far back, but he's got the DRS to catch up a little. Could see. Oh, Royal Rumble and Kieran around at the Parabolica. With 6 laps to go, that ain't gonna be good. You see Kieran jumping into the pits, speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah.
Penalty.
Not sure if he's going to retire.
I think he may be going on to this. Yep, he is. That's unfortunate there, as he could have just went in and then back out again, but unfortunately he's calling it a day.
As Chuckle has extended his lead, Prof has got that gap right down between him and Chuck. They're both on a very similar battery. Yeah, exactly the same. So they're going to be very evenly paced now. And of course,
well,
as
one's going to have DRS.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens now with DRS open. He's getting closer.
Oh, no way. Is that? Thought I just seen yellow flag sector 1, 2 and 3 there. Looked like as Prof was getting close to the back of Chuck there, the yellow flag was ready to come out and just bottle it up for him.
Keeping the eye on this battle for second.
Keeping an eye on
got AJ Baker's. Yeah. That's also extremely close.
Linneyman also could be making a move anytime soon on Lee Craig. As we both know that Linneyman at the very start of this Grand Prix made up about, what was it, 10 places in like 6 laps or something, which was quite a considerable amount.
It just looks like at the moment Chuck's got that straight line speed. Whoa, his Prof got very close to the back, and then, as I have a voice break, he got on the sausage curb there at turn 2.
Oh, big lock up there from Linneyman going into turn 1.
Yeah.
I heard that for a good, 50 metres there. The screeching and screaming of them tyres as they're sliding right across the asphalt going into turn 1.
So it has just settled down a little bit. We have got AJ Baker just behind Wanted Noob. You say about Looney Man as well, who started last, so looking like he could, well, in game anyway, be getting driver of the day with the amount of positions he's made up. To make our way out the Parabolica, it looks like AJ Baker is all over the back of the Alpine, and with the aid of DRS, he's going to be able to breeze right past and does well before the braking zone.
Piece of cake. No, unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to have the pace to be able to get up into a podium position.
Oh,
So
is Lee Craig is spun?
Oh, moving Winnieman up to 9th place, who could potentially catch up to Bugatti Sloven up ahead, because you could see him just in the distance of Winnieman. You could see him just a second up the road, so he'll be aiming to hunt him down as he's already within that DRS range. Is he going to be able to get it? That's the question. I think he's just fell out of it on the exit of Wesmo 1 there. He's going to hopefully end up with it for coming into the parabolic. He's going to be within that 1 second gap. It was the same, that time just came flying down there as he got through Ascari there. He gained about half a second there on Bugatti Sloven there. As we look at it, it went from a second at Wesmo 2 to half a second by the Parabolica, and it looks like Winnieman could be a way to make a move. He's going to have the DRS, he's got the slipstream, DRS, that rear wing wide open there, as he makes light work, moving up into 8th position. Big lock up though. Are the tyres on their way out? That's the question. There'll still be a bit more life left in them than Ake in 7th place. Same with AJ, Chuckle and Wanted Noob, all on them old medium tyres.
This fight for 4th league getting a little more intense as we go. We're about to go on to the final lap. Chuck has tried to close that gap back down again, but he's going to need a bit of a miracle now to take the 1st place with 1 lap to go.
So Ake will be buzzing a little. He's got he just needs to keep within that. He just needs to keep within that 5 second gap there, and he can move up into 6th place due to the 6 second penalty from Matty Jones. Wanted Noob right on the tail of that Ferrari still. He's desperate to get that 4th position back. Just checking in once, getting past the AI of Tommy there.
So it did seem after that safety car restart that it sort of calmed down before the safety car. It was shaping up to be really good, but then we've had a couple of mishaps with colder tyres by the looks after the safety car. So just keep a close eye on Wanted Noob down the back straight. Got Bugatti as well getting close to Looney Man, chipping in Blunt's getting through some time penalty from multiple warnings. But before then, we'll watch Chuckle, who comes around the final corner. He hasn't won the championship today, but he's got 1 step closer. It's Chuckle, it's Alfa Romeo, and they win in Monza, with Chuck coming home in 2nd, Prof taking a 3rd place podium position. AJ Baker about to come across the line now and take 4th, 5th. Matty Jones takes 6th. Ake, I don't think he's going to be close enough to take that penalty to gain. Oh, he is. He is close enough, so he moves up into 6th place. And then Looney Man, and follow close behind was Bugatti Sloven. So Looney Man for me, driver of the day, coming from 20th to 8th.
Definitely. Lee Craig coming home in 10th place, Royal Rumble. He's just coming around the Parabolica now. And Eddie Dust just following up just aside, and they're also So, we'll have a wee quick rundown of the order in just a few short moments.
I'll do it, Lee, if you like.
On you go. Feel free.
So, Chuckle has taken another win in Thursday, with Chuck coming home in second. Prof finished third, AJ Baker was fourth, Wanted Noob finished fifth, Aki finished sixth, seventh was Matty Jones, Looney Manning finished eighth, Bugatti was ninth, Lee Craig finished 10th, Royal Rumble was 11th, 12th was Eddie Dust, Chicken in Blunts finished 13th, 1 lap down. Tommy finished 1 lap down, but he had already left the session. Perm Bowden finished 1 lap down. The Pretender finished 2 laps down, and Kieran, Matthew, Taylor, Danny and Faulkner did not finish this race. So 2 to go, Lee.
2 to go. So it's Austria next week, and the week after that,
Saudi. Yeah. So, let's me and Lee say that at the same time. Jinx. We'll be back again on Sunday, hopefully after an action-packed weekend of Formula One racing, a sprint weekend. Let's hope so. So hopefully we'll be in a good mood after Sunday afternoon's race, and we'll be here in RTG at Hungary, the Hungaro Ring, for the round 8 as well for that tier. The championship is pretty close. It's opened up a little bit now. It's looking more like it's swinging into Short Marcus's favour, but we'll find out how that will go on Sunday. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to check us out on Monday and Tuesday for the Pro Clubs. Tuesday as well, there'll be an upload for the team sheet for that day's games, and the fixtures will be playing in. Still not got a win this season. Hopefully that'll change next week. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again on Sunday in Hungary. It's goodbye from me and from Lee.
peace out.